More wet weather when SoCal will catch a break from the snow and rain. Getting better sleep, how what you do during the day could be affecting how much shut-eye you get at night. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. There's a potential for significant runoff and flooding in the mountain communities with another storm hitting Southern California. The San Bernardino County Fire Department tweeted that they've got additional crews on duty ready to respond. They've been helping people load up on sandbags and firewood. Several mountain roads reopened just over the weekend, but there's concern that this storm could trigger avalanches or rock slides. The Rim of the World School District is delaying when students can return to campuses. The San Bernardino County Fire Department shared these photos showing some sort of snow removal going on there at Valley of Enchantment Elementary over the weekend. Well, students were supposed to return Monday, but that date was pushed back to Thursday. Some people in Ventura County were asked to evacuate ahead of the storm. Well, that includes the Ventura Beach RV Resort. Now, you may remember this scene. It was just a couple of months ago. The RV park flooded back in January. Many are worried that could happen again with this next round of wet weather. But officials have brought in some heavy machinery just in case they need to remove debris or build some berms to divert the water. All right, let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon, who's tracking everything you need to know about this next storm headed our way.
We've got another storm with its sights set on Southern California Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're anticipating flooding rain. High rainfall amounts that would lead to significant snowmelt and runoff. So here are the main concerns. Flooding of roads, creeks, and streams Tuesday and Wednesday. Rivers and washes, those will be quickly rising. And in the mountains, that's where we have all rain expected to fall over snow that could cause more snow melt and add to the weight of that snow already existing on several of those structures. Now, once the storm moves out of the picture, we could see accumulations for most areas between 1.5 inches to 3 inches. Ventura County 1.5 inches to up to 4 inches, and higher amounts in the mountains and in the foothills. Now, after Wednesday, the weather dries out. We have temperatures that will be cool for this time of year, but at least we stay dry on Thursday and Friday, and as of now, that weekend is shaping up to be a cool and dry one. Hang in there, everyone, and be safe.
President Biden visiting Monterey Park Tuesday as part of his push to reduce gun violence. In January, a gunman killed 11 people at a dance hall in Monterey Park during a Lunar New Year celebration. President Biden speaking at an event near Barnes Park to talk about his administration's effort to reduce gun violence. Several streets around the park shut down during the president's visit. There are a lot of angry and frustrated restaurant owners in Orange County. They're dealing with thousands of dollars in repairs following a series of burglaries. 7 businesses were hit over the weekend. 3 of the break-ins happened in this shopping center in Rancho Santa Margarita. Security video shows just how quickly the burglars worked using heavy power tools.
The way that they did it, coming into the restaurant, and they looked like they were after something, like they were going specifically for, I believe, the safes in the restaurants.
Detectives are now trying to figure out if the 7 break-ins are the work of a burglary crew. The LA Unified School District is bracing for a potential 3-day strike, and if the strike does happen, all LAUSD schools will be forced to shut down. In an email announcement, Superintendent Alberto Cavallo urged families to start planning ahead for childcare and talk to their employers ahead of the intended strike. Now, if the strike happens, there will not be virtual classes. About 30,000 workers, like bus drivers and custodians, are planning a walkout, and teachers are planning to join their rally in solidarity. The fallout continues after 2 banks collapsed over the weekend, despite the Biden administration assuring that all depositors will get their money back. Some businesses say they still do not have access to their funds. After getting frozen out of hundreds of thousands of dollars for the last few days, some businesses are now offering steep discounts to shore up enough cash to stay afloat. Well, even for some lucky ones who now have access to their funds, they have one more thing to worry about.
We now also have to think about where our cash sits and what bank we're at. And that's a whole nother added layer of complexity in the already complex world we all live in.
The Financial Times is reporting that large banks are now being inundated with requests from customers who are trying to transfer their funds from smaller financial institutions. It's National Sleep Awareness Week. Did you know that healthy sleep starts the moment you wake up? I didn't know that. Reporter Un Yang looks at the 4 things you may be doing during the day that could be sabotaging your sleep at night.
The secret to a good night's sleep actually depends on what you're doing during the day.
Your daytime activities, including eating meals at regular times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, are very important in establishing that circadian rhythm.
That's Dr. Julie Chen, an internal medicine physician with Kaiser Permanente. She says one of the biggest mistakes people make is eating at inconsistent times or late at night. Her advice? Avoid large meals, fatty foods, and spicy foods at least 2 hours before bedtime. Next is lighting.
Bright light is very important to have during the day, and especially if you're indoors. The bright light of office lights does actually count in terms of good quality light that one should be getting during the daytime. During the evening hours, people should really be dimming the lights, and using dim lights actually is another signal to the brain that one is going to be preparing to go to sleep and have better quality sleep at night.
Exposure to light helps your circadian rhythm. That's your body's internal clock that helps you know when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake up. According to a poll by the National Sleep Foundation, people who spent 3 to 5 hours a day outdoors reported the highest quality of sleep. Yet nearly half of people surveyed say they're not exposed to bright light indoors in the morning or afternoon.
Many of us work at a desk and are on a computer for the majority of the day. And unfortunately, that does not promote good sleep because, again, the body needs to have physical activity in order to establish a good circadian rhythm in order for people to sleep better at night.
She says you can increase your steps by skipping the elevator and taking the stairs or going for a walk during your lunch break. At least 150 minutes of exercise per week is recommended to promote better sleep at night. Lastly, make sure your bedroom is dark and cool and put away your digital devices.
The screens, whether it's an iPad or an iPhone or a mobile phone, emit a blue light that really suppresses the production of melatonin in the brain, which is so important for sleep. And that's the reason why one should put away all screens 30 minutes before bedtime in order to get a better night's sleep.
Dr. Chen says cognitive behavioral therapy and apps like Calm, which offer guided meditations, have also been proven to help improve sleep. The CDC recommends at least 7 hours of sleep a night for adults. 7 hours? I'm lucky if I get 3. I have some catching up to do. Oscar winner Jamie Lee Curtis is still taking in all of the emotions of winning her very first Academy Award. She talked to Hoda and Savannah about who she reached out to first after her big win.
I realized that since we won, I wasn't going to be going home right away. And so I literally was texting my friend who helps me walk Rooney when I'm not around to find out if she could come back that night to let Rooney out for an hour because I was worried that Rooney would be home alone.
Oh my gosh.
She's so cute. Yeah, she was just worried about her dog, that's all. She also talked about how she did staying up past her bedtime Sunday night. All right, children at La Puente's Nelson Elementary School recently had a special visitor to congratulate them on raising $2,000 to help other kids with heart disease. That's Dr. Chicken, also known as Dr. Marcy Chavez, the school's principal. So she put on the chicken costume to put a smile on students and teachers' faces after the kids met the goal of raising $2,000 for the Kids Heart Challenge.
They really put what's called heart and hard work into every single thing that they do.
Dr. Chavez was willing to do that for the school. It just shows how amazing of a leader she is.
I asked everybody to donate.
They say yes?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you have to smile and ask nicely?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this little guy, Dominic, got a little stage fright during the interview, but he's a star fundraiser. He did a great job raising the most money for the Kids Heart Challenge at the school. We're so proud of them all. Nelson Elementary received the Civic Learning Award from the State Education Department for all their wonderful projects for the community. Love it. They're learning, they're having fun, they're laughing at the principal who's dressed like a chicken, and they're learning how to work together and help other folks. All right, that's what it's all about, right? I'll see you next time on The Rundown.